Like twice.
Hello, and welcome to all of our new subscribers to What in
In
the
the
Schnitzel
schnitzel.
is going on. Yeah. Today, we're going to be reading about Am I a hole for getting an elderly couple
Kicked
kicked
off
off on.
the campsite.
Lord
What did
have
these old folks
mercy.
do? Like, was it like the energy of get off my lawn type situation? Were they Karens? Like, I don't understand.
Baby, I'm clutching my pearls. The elderly people.
What the elders do, man?
Where these people gonna go? They done worked all day life.
And then he finally got a retirement, and here you go with the I gotta kick you off your campsite.
Oh my God.
Imagine you worked all these years in your life for your retirement, and then just some person comes by and just kicks you off because he didn't like.
My God from heaven. Oh my God.
All right, the writer is 21 male, and he said took a few days off of work to enjoy a relaxing weekend camping.
Uh-huh.
I had just arrived at my campsite and set up my tent before the people at the site next to me, an older man and his wife, showed up in their massive camper.
Okay.
One, it sounded like you're a little bit jealous. Anyway, they proceeded to back it inches away from my tent, but since I decided to set it up right on the edge, and since they were still technically on their site, I didn't say anything about it.
Okay, so you own their area because when you go to these campsites, because I've been camping before, they give you an area to put everything of your thing on. So if you decide to put yours a little bit on their site, they not in the wrong for if they backing a camper out. You just thought you was gonna be there by yourself, and you decide to create an illusion of more space by putting your tent somewhere where it wasn't supposed to belong.
Right.
You have your own area, sir. Go ahead.
A little while later, I was mostly set up and grilling some burgers over the fire since it was getting close to dinner time. The woman comes over to my site and starts talking about how they could use a strong young man to help them set up their campsite. I politely declined due to the fact that I was cooking and didn't want to leave the burgers unattended. Sir, you can't just take
Well, all you could have said, "Excuse me, ma'am, like I'm cooking right now, but I can help you a little
Right.
bit later if y'all give me some time because I
Right.
don't want my burgers to burn." Why people can't communicate anymore?
That's what I'm
Why
saying.
they just automatically shove people off and
Like, oh no, I'm
and,
sorry.
oh no, I can't do it. When you
Right.
said when they draw an older man and his wife,
So that's telling me
this
they're
man
probably
can't move around like he used to.
Right.
You didn't say, "Oh no, I'm on vacation," or "I have a back problem," or something is preventing you from doing that. You saying about the burgers, you could have either told her, "Well, ma'am, right now I'm cooking. I can help y'all in like about 10 minutes if you give me a chance."
My thing is,
they'd have
or
probably been like, "Hey, straight,"
Right.
and I'll wait for you, sir. Thank you so much.
my thing is also at the same time he could easily to just take the burgers off the grill and set them to the side and then put them back on the grill. It's not going to be that
That's
much
true,
of
too.
an issue. Like if I saw old people that were beside me and they came to my side to ask me to help them out, I'm just gonna take my burgers
Well,
off there
how
and then
it
I'm
go
gonna hurt.
from him declining because it's open thing? He said he
Right.
got him kicked off campsite. She left in a huff, presumably to go tell her husband, because a few minutes later he came over and started telling me about his back problems and how he can't lift things like he used to. I replied that if they weren't able to split the work between the two of them, then maybe they should consider getting a cabin next time so that there's less to set up. I admit this may have come off as a bit rude.
It was rude.
Sir, it's past rude.
It's not a big
You're a very
rude.
disrespectful person. Disrespectful. Because not only did the wife leave off in a huff, now you going to insult them. This man done told you, all you could have easily said was like you told her, "Well, I really didn't want to do it right now because I'm cooking the burgers." But your true colors showed because you didn't want to do it from the get-go.
Right.
You going to tell these old people, that's just like you telling your grandpa and your grandma. This shows that you ain't never got a spanking before. This shows.
My thing is you just
you
down,
ain't never you
you
ain't
downright
never
disrespectful, bro.
been disabled or on crutches or something where you have to depend on somebody else. Honey, you gonna reap what you sowed.
My thing is,
And how is he still then got these people kicked out for that?
that's my thing. My thing is, I've helped elderly people even in stores. And in the
Yeah.
past, they didn't even ask for my help, but I know I'm tall. and I can reach stuff that they can't. I've seen other ladies try to reach up top, and so they don't end up hurting themselves or trying to climb up there.
Yeah.
I grab it myself. Too many times I've seen where people walk past these people, and you know they need help. So why would you insult them and saying, "Oh yeah, you should have just, oh you should have
Split
just
it
got
up.
split it up or get a cabin"? What? So they should be able. So they, since they are older, they should take away the fun of camping and doing what they used to
Yeah.
do. They know that one, they're older now. They can't move like how they used to, but they still want to enjoy the life and the beauty of the outside
Of nature. I
of
sure do.
dealing and enjoying things that they used to enjoy. Because probably, who knows, it might have been their anniversary or something they continuously
Yeah.
did. And here you are, just being a jerk for no reason. You could have politely told them, "I need to finish my burgers. I'll be right there with y'all." That's it. In the discussion.
Or I admit this may have come off a bit rude.
It was
Sir,
overly rude. You could have kept it to yourself if you really felt that way. But no, you told him exactly how you felt, and then you gonna get him kicked off? You got
and
some
what
nerve.
I don't like was he gonna tell the wife, oh, the reason why. He gonna come back and tell us the reason why, because I was cooking and I didn't want to leave the burgers unattended. No, if you hear that, that means you done told this wife something else than more than what you saying, and now you know how we gonna be on this comments on your behind.
Right, as we should. Later on, I was eating. I decided to turn on the radio and that I had brought with me. I didn't have it very loud at all, as I was sitting right next to it. But almost immediately, the wife came over to ask me to turn it down. I lowered the volume slightly, but she still said it was too loud, so I turned it off and went to go to eat in my tent. I was pretty pissed off at this point. One, I know you lying because I already know how I like my music.
And how old was he?
He was
21.
21.
Yeah, you got that music blasting,
We
sir.
blast it wherever we go.
Blast
That's just
it.
our generation.
Blast.
Period. That's Gen Z's generation. We love loud music. My thing is, for old people, their hearing is not how it used to.
It's very sensitive.
Your hearing disintegrates as you get older, and it's very sensitive. So for her to be able to hear it inside of her camper means to tell me you had it blasting very loud, even when she still told you it was too loud. You then got upset because it wasn't a volume you wanted it to be. You can't be inconsiderate of other people and then expect them to be considerate of you. That's not how this works.
Exactly.
First you insulted them, then you probably lied to them before then, and now you're over here just being a plain out jerk because they asked you to help them out in the first place.
Exactly.
Can't stand people like this.
I eventually decided to go to sleep. And wouldn't you know... Did I read the other part?
Yeah, I already read that, Mom. I already read the part.
And I eventually decided to go to sleep. And wouldn't you know... this lady's tiny white crusty dog is yapping away at something. Why the dog gotta be crusty?
I know exactly what type of dog he's talking about, though.
I picked out my tent, and there she is letting her dog do the number 2 on my campsite unattended. Of course she didn't pick it up. Half an hour later, the dog is still barking off the leash, might I add, which is against the rules. So I called the office with a noise complaint. But she ain't calling the office with a noise complaint for you when you had that music loud.
Right.
Apparently, I was not the first.
So you mean to tell me there's other people that are inconsiderate as you? Okay, like, look, I get it. The lady has a dog that's off the leash. But you have to consider, she probably can't bend down like she used to even get the necklace, to get the collar on the dog. And she probably has back problems. That constant bending and picking
The
up,
husband already
bending.
said he had back problems.
So you can only imagine what the wife has. So you already know they can't do it. Why are you so upset? And for me, to other people that are commenting on, like, all other people that were calling for that couple, y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to understand that people get older. You can't move how you want to, because one day you're gonna be in their shoes and you're gonna be over here looking crazy when someone treats you the same way. Don't do stuff like that.
That part.
You can throw it, but you can't handle it.
That part.
The next morning, the man and the wife are packing up. As soon as he spots me, he comes running over and cusses me out, saying for getting them kicked out off the campground. I told him all I did was a noise complaint, and maybe next time he should teach his dog to shut up. I then got in my car and drove off, only coming back when I was sure they were gone.
So, am I the a-hole for getting them kicked out, or was it deserved? Let me know, because I honestly still pretty mad about the whole thing. You mad? These people mad, sir. These people are so mad that they had to take all that time putting that stuff out with his back problems, and now he gotta put all of it back up by himself. You
And
could have moved. You could have asked them to move to a different site if it was a problem with the dog. You could
my
have easily moved. You 21.
and
You
my
able
thing
bodied.
is, my thing is to everyone. I'm looking at these comments right now, and every last one of y'all that are saying he's not the a-hole, y'all dead wrong for that. Y'all saying they're entitled to some extent. Could they be entitled? Yes, but they're older people. No one is having sympathy anymore for older folk.
Exactly. Like they're not gonna get old one
Like
day.
y'all don't get old one day. Y'all saying they're entitled. They're older people. Why wouldn't I ask someone to help me? A
21-year-old.
21-year-old male, meaning you're stronger. You and for the husband, he's like, oh, you probably were where I used to be. So you should be
That
able to
part.
help. Because to him, back then, they helped. No matter if you asked for it or not.
Yeah.
And you all of a sudden, you upset, and then you're going to be upset because he cussed you out. I would cuss you out too. Because you got me and my wife kicked out from a campsite over a noise complaint over a dog. Y'all acting like y'all don't have dogs either.
And you said the little dog was crusty. So it's not like it's a big dog. It's like the little small little chihuahua or something.
No.
It's not like it's a pit bull.
No, mama, you know it's like a white dog, mama, and it's. I know exactly what dog you're talking about.
I don't know, but I'm just saying I'm sure it wasn't making all that noise.
To me, those dogs
Like
don't even
talking
bark
loud.
that loud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They really don't. And to me,
It
if
wasn't as loud
you
as
must,
noise as that damn. I mean, as that dog on radio.
my thing is, unless you were honing in on the dog, you was looking for something. Well, I really think what happened. You was looking for something to complain
He
about.
was already mad because they
She told him
backed
turn
up.
it down.
He backed up that trailer and it almost hit his tent. That's what he was already mad about.
Yeah, and then what? Also at Food So Fire, she telling you to turn your music down. Your music had to be loud as all get out for an old person to hear that.
And he was already mad that she had came to him and asked him for help. And then the man came again and say, "Hey, son, the reason why I asked you for help because of my back."
Right, he was just trying to give you an understanding. And I do commend someone that was in the comments saying that they were just friendly, and it would have been a different outcome if you would just be nice to them back. Because the whole time you were just you were the one that's being entitled
rude,
and being rude. If we really want to go there,
and then want us to feel sorry for you by writing in, "Oh, I was waiting. I didn't want my burger to burn up." Did the burger taste that good, sir?
hope
Was
it
you
tastes
really
salty.
that hungry?
No, you wasn't. You had
To
like
where
you couldn't
couldn't
wait.
pause, or you couldn't tell them, "Oh, I'll be with you shortly." Even if something was heavy, you could have been like, "Hey, this is a little bit too heavy for me, but you got anything else for me to do?"
Right.
You are entitled. Let us know in the comments on what in the
What's
schnitzel is going on here.
Because I'm nervous. Some people.
I'm praying for the elderly.
Mm-hmm.